Have you noticed how Jesus used prayer? Jesus didn't use prayer to get things from the Father. Jesus usually used prayer after the Father had made things known. Jesus fed the 5,000 and then went on the mountain to spend time with his God, with his Father. Jesus healed everyone in Capernaum and then went out to find a lonely place to pray. He wasn't asking, what should we do next? He was understanding, I've just seen you move. Let me sit with you and listen to you. We talk about prayer as you live your life, you pour yourself out, then you go pray and get filled up so you can pour out again. That's worldliness. It's fleshliness. It is not the ways or the heart of God. Prayer is not how I get the power to do the next thing. Prayer is how I get to sit with the God of all things. So rather than getting prayer for what we need the one we meet in prayer. And if nothing happens after we pray, it's because he didn't plan anything. So our place of change is actually this place of prayer. Of being invited not just into the presence of God, but into the conversation of the Godhead. And so tonight we arrive at the last request of prayer, of the prayer that Jesus taught. And I think this may be the request that flows from all the others. It's the one that requires trust in the relationship and confidence in his character and absolute submission to his will. Lead us not into temptation. It's not only a request for God to guide our paths, but it's an announcement that wherever he goes, we will follow. See, far more than a request for protection, it is a surrender of our plans and our hopes and our dreams. This is the line of the prayer in which we lay our lives down. This is the one. See, usually when we talk about this line, we focus on temptation, but the focus should be on the verb. It should be on the action. It should be on the fact that we are asking God, the step that we're asking God to take, because in praying that prayer, we're submitting to whatever action he chooses. The request could stand alone in the first word. Lead. Lead. You go first. You lead the way. You point out the direction. You be the voice of the one that calls out, this is the way, walk ye in it. For a minute, just forget about into temptation. Are we willing to just pray? Lead. See, shouldn't our requests match God's commands? Jesus said, follow me. So shouldn't our prayers then be lead the way? Shouldn't we be less committed to where we're going than we are to the one that we're following?
Yes.
Shouldn't this be the concentration of our hearts and the inclination of our lives? That it's not about where you go or what you do. It is I have connected myself to you. You lead the way. And sometimes I won't understand where you're going. And sometimes I will think it's the wrong way. And sometimes you'll take me to places I've been before and don't want to go back to. But you are the leader.
Yes. Amen.
So this whole thing comes down to that one word, this one request, this one action we're asking God to take. Lead.